So what exactly happened that prompted these reassurances from the city?
I just like that terminology, super massive. And I guess the rumor mill is super massive right now in Beijing. I lived there for a number of years. And because authorities do control the messaging, the rumor mill spreads. And that's what's happened in Beijing. The rumor mill got cranking up that a Shanghai-style lockdown was imminent, and people lined up and rushed to grocery stores, stocking up on supplies and food. And that prompted an impromptu press conference from Beijing officials urging people and reassuring them that a lockdown, technical lockdown, is not going to be happening, and there won't be a so-called quiet period that neighborhoods in Shanghai are experiencing. Quiet period, probably a euphemism for a pseudo lockdown. Essentially, that's where people cannot leave their homes and they cannot have deliveries to their homes. Again, a euphemism for a lockdown, essentially. But Beijing has never had a lockdown throughout the 2 years of this pandemic, but restrictions keep on adding. And 36 new cases were found in the 24 hours up until 3 p.m. yesterday. Does not sound like a lot, yet still authorities, the Beijing officials, are saying that they are, in the middle of a grueling battle to extinguish the virus. So, people, that's just people the world over. When there are rumors of lockdowns and potential threats to their families, like happening in Shanghai, they protect themselves, and that's kind of what's happening.
Steve, we've also gotten a pretty rare admission from a Chinese statistics official of just the huge economic toll of their COVID-0 strategy.
Yeah, this is a rare admission, and this is coming from the deputy head of the National Statistics Bureau in China, saying that the COVID-0 policy, he didn't exactly say that. He just said the wave of COVID, which, of course, is associated with the response from the government. That is lockdowns in various cities, including Shanghai, Zhengzhou, and other places that we've seen up in the Northeast, and the restrictions of Beijing are causing what he calls a huge shock to the economy. He did, as well, through this Xinhua news article, say that it is a short-term impact on production and people's lives. But again, as we've seen a chorus of different criticisms of zero COVID, whether it's from the WHO, from its Dr. Fauci, or many economists, as you're seeing on your screen, ratcheting down their expectations for GDP, a lot of economists and epidemiologists say with this time around compared to 2 years ago, we're unlikely to see a V-shaped recovery like we saw in China in 2020 as supply chains got going and factories got going and people got moving again. With Omicron, it can flare up at any time. And if you have zero COVID, the policy is you have to contain it. So that's why the risk to a V-shaped recovery, if and when that will ever come, any kind of recovery will come in China, given the lockdown situation, is going to be more muted than 2020.